ahoy, 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 polloi, and welcome to episode 18, the season finale of season 1 of the Rec Room Radio Hour podcast. And we have a very special guest to sit down and chat with, the incredibly talented Alysha Suley. She is a music therapist and a singer-songwriter and a phenomenal keyboard player, and probably the only flautist in the local music scene. So we're going to talk about the healing therapy of music in our lives and her incredible journey and her incredible talent. So sit back and relax and enjoy our season finale of the Rec Room Radio Hour podcast. We're going to kick off with one of my favorite songs performed live by Alysha Suley and Michelle Pagan, Exfoliation, on the Rec Room Radio Hour podcast. Welcome back to the Rec Room Radio Hour podcast, and it is an absolute joy to sit down with someone that has over the last couple of months became a good friend. You measure your friends by friends, good friends, and friends that will help you move. I put Alysha in the help you move category because we helped her move a couple of months ago, so that was a lot of fun. And not only that, but it was just a lot of fun to get to know you during that time. So without further ado, Alysha Suley, welcome to the Rec Room Radio Hour podcast.
Thank you so much, my good friend, and thank you for helping me move.
Yeah, anytime.
It was crazy. I just had this pile of musicians show up, help me move.
We are good for something. So we kicked off the show with what is probably the favorite, one of the favorite songs that we play on the radio show, and that's Exfoliation. Any song that you name check Stevie Wonder in that song, don't you?
I was hoping you wouldn't bring this up. This is kind of embarrassing.
Oh, no, it's not.
I did.
It's
I
cool.
mentioned Stevie Wonder because I thought I was quoting a Stevie Wonder song, and it turns out he did not write that song. Somebody else did, and he just covered it. He was just one of the artists that covered that song.
Oh, that's all right. You still name check Stevie Wonder.
I love
song.
Stevie Wonder, yes.
Yeah. But I love that song. I just, it has such a good groove to it, and I love the words, and yeah, it's really good.
Thank you.
So we usually kick these off with setting the Wayback Machine to, like where were you born, where you grew up, and how'd you get to this area? So,
oh gosh, well I'll say this. I'm from Pittsburgh originally, and I grew up some of the time in Pittsburgh. I've lived in a few different states,
okay.
But I think like the most important thing to say for this conversation is I want to thank my Uncle Dewey. Okay. That's not his actual name, and that's nobody, okay, including me and him, know where it came from, but I call him Uncle Dewey because my Uncle Dewey has this enormous music collection.
Okay.
And so as a child, he opened me up to, he introduced me to all of this like wide variety of music. Mm. And he took me to my first concert.
What was your first concert?
Well, I was 8 years old.
Okay.
And
I want to see, can I ask you, because I want to see how cool Uncle Dewey is.
I was 8 years old, and this was in the 90s, so it was the Spice Girls.
Okay, I mean, he gets cool points for that.
Yeah.
No, he gets really cool points for that, because is Uncle Dewey a fan of the Spice Girls?
Well, you know what? They did do this number called Naked, and I remember that I had been sitting up on his shoulders. We were out in the lawn seats, and he set me down for that song, and he got the binoculars out, so... He was a fan in one way or another.
He gets cool points because he took you to your first concert. That's cool. That's cool. So what kind of catalog did Uncle Dewey have? That.
Whew. Well, he had one of my. So I would say the first thing I ever wanted to be as a kid. Mm-hmm. Music has been my lifelong love of my life, my whole life, and so the first thing I wanted to be was a rapper like Left Eye. Lisa Left Eye Lopez.
Yeah,
so TLC was in the mix, En Vogue, Chili Peppers, Madonna, No Doubt, Smashing Pumpkins. Gosh. Yeah, this
is all from Uncle Dewey, though. I mean, this is
the kind of variety.
No kidding.
This guy, yeah.
He gets cool points for that.
He had a big variety. And I'm not even saying everything. That's why I wasn't. I know you ask everybody about their influences, which I have enjoyed, by the way. I've listened to a few episodes. You've had a few of my friends on the show, and that was just spectacular because I'm like, oh my gosh, really? That's your influence? Oh my gosh, you went to school for blah, blah, blah. Like, super exciting to get to know my friends in a way that, it doesn't come up in casual conversation.
Right.
But I was like, I am not answering what are my influences because it's such a big, I don't even know.
Yeah. And I think that's good. I said because everyone that you've rattled off is I mean, it's a good amalgam of different influences, and I think that comes out in your music that I've heard you play not only live but also what we play on the radio. You bring some pop, you bring some jazz, you bring some I've never heard you rap though. That I would pay real money to hear you.
You know what? I was going to save this plug for later, but I was working on this tune in the studio. I didn't finish it, but it had a rap in Spanish that has to be revised because there were some grammatical errors.
But there is a song that we played on the radio that you do in Spanish. That you have some Spanish words in. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's like a little bilingual song.
Yeah. Which one is that's blow? Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. So that's cool points too. That you do stuff in another language.
Yeah, I love Spanish. So I prefer to speak Spanglish because then I'm not hindered by my limitations in Spanish. But I can still use words and ideas that don't come across the same way in English. Yeah. So I enjoy Spanglishing. Yeah.
Well, you greeted me at the door in Spanish, and it's like, so Uncle Dewey is the man. He's
Uncle Dewey is the influencer.
Wow. Did he play music? Did he play other than like exposing you to music?
He wasn't a musician. My other uncle is a musician, or he'd played guitar, but I don't really remember it that much. And then I have a long lost uncle that I found online. That's a whole story I'm not going to get into, but I have a long lost uncle that's a guitarist. I have a half brother that's a guitarist. And
is he the one in the band?
Yeah.
Give them a plug here, because we played them on the radio.
Yeah, my brother Noah plays in his band's called. Hold on, having a brain fart.
Yes.
Wait, it's coming. Standard Heist.
That's it.
They come out of Indiana, Pennsylvania, or / Westmoreland County.
Yeah.
Just a little east of Pittsburgh.
Yeah. We kind of bent our rule of keeping everything kind of central PA focused when we played them, but it's okay.
Well, it's okay because, Noah is going to be featured eventually when I can drag his butt out here.
Good.
Because he's a great guitarist, honestly.
I like their stuff.
Like my brother, I was really proud of him when I heard him, the way that he plays, like kind of bluesy. He has some real soul.
Yeah. That's some good stuff. So any other family members there before we want to talk to somebody else that you turned me on to? So any other family members?
It's, so I said that my first thing I wanted to be was a rapper like Left Eye, but my grandfather, one of the summers when I was like 6 or 7, I think he signed me up for piano lessons. So I had like a couple of piano lessons when I was very young. Then I didn't really play anymore the piano, but my pap and my dad really supported me with flute lessons. And I mean, I'll get into this at I guess I'll get into it now, but I when I started playing the flute, it was because the band director, you're like in 7th grade or whatever, and they take you down to the auditorium to like watch the band, or maybe it was the cafeteria or the gym, and they're like, okay, what instrument do you want to play? And I'm like, that's the one, the piccolo. I want to play the piccolo. Like, that's so cool. Looks like you just put it in your pocket. And the band director goes, first you must master the flute. And I was like, game on, babies. So I got like really focused on the flute. Yeah. And like the funny thing is, like, it's not even like my favorite instrument to hear.
The piccolo or the flute?
The flute.
Okay.
And the piccolo is not even my favorite instrument to hear now, but I love them because I'm adept with them. Yeah. More so than other things. So,
well, I was going to ask you, because you are a multi-instrumentalist. You play the flute, you play keyboard, you play guitar. What do you consider your primary instrument? What do you consider that is like your center musical instrument?
I'd probably say flute.
Okay.
I mean, because I'm playing it more now. For a while, it was actually the guitar because of my day job. But we're going to hang on to that one for a second. But anyway, like my dad and my pap really supported me with the flute lessons. And because I came to a point where I was such a diligent practicer that one of my teachers was like, you have to find a better teacher. And so I was calling around saying, I want to get into this competitive orchestra. Can you get me there? And one of the flute teachers goes, I would never promise you that, but I know someone that will.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And so I did. I went with this really excellent flute teacher in Pittsburgh named Wendy Coomer. Okay. She's excellent. We still talk. She's an amazing human, and she has a whole flute school. And she knows how different flute styles, how people like to hear, and they like the flute tone to come across. And so she would kind of coach me and say, well, this is going to be important for like this orchestra or for that orchestra. And I played in the National High School Flute Orchestra twice. Really? I was really competitive with the flute. And but also in 8th grade, I played bass guitar in the jazz band. My dad bought me this really beautiful bass. He's a carpenter. Okay. And I think maybe it was like a haggle. Maybe he was doing a job for like some music store guy or something, because it's a nice bass.
Wow. I didn't know you played bass.
Well, I don't now, but that's
come on, it's 4 strings. How hard could it be to pick it back up?
Actually, my bass is 5 strings.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's a beautiful jazz bass, but I love it so much. But it's yeah, but I don't have the chops. Like, I play different things, but I don't really consider myself. I would never be like, yes, I play the piano, because like I use the piano. I use it for like my limited purposes. Okay. And
well, I would beg to differ, but go ahead.
Well, I don't like read music for the piano or like
But you are a trained musician. I mean, you are a trained musician when it comes to the flute, or
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, so I was classically trained on the flute.
We call it paper trained, by the way, on this.
trained.
Paper trained. Yes, you were paper
It
trained.
sounds like we're like tracking from the paper train. We're going to follow the paper train.
Oh no, it's more like, it's a joke from the very first podcast interview I did with Celtic Wooden Wires up in Williamsport, and their tin whistle player is a classically trained musician. And I said, and she said, well, I'm paper trained, and I just could not stop laughing.
I met her at the Pajama Factory show.
Yes.
Lovely.
Yes.
She's lovely.
Yeah. So you are classically trained, paper trained when it comes with the flute. Right. Okay.
Yeah. So sometime in high school, I decided that I wanted to like make this my life. Music, of course. Or I don't know, maybe I decided that before. I feel like before my soul entered this body, I was like, music is my life, because it's been my love forever.
Yeah.
But anyway, at some point I was like, I go online and I like Google, or whatever was the equivalent of Google at that time. I look up like best music college in the world. And the internet was like Berklee College of Music. And I'm like, I'm going to go there. And
wow. Good for you.
So but my grandfather was like, well, we're going to like audition for some other schools. So I auditioned for like Oberlin and Ithaca College of Music and like maybe like Baldwin Wallace or something. And my pappy, he's wise. He wanted to keep me local, which now that I'm an adult with children, I can appreciate that sentiment. But as a young whippersnapper that wanted to get out and see the world, like not as much. I was just like, I'm going to Berklee. Yeah. So I went up to Berklee. My dad took me. Like I said, my papa and my dad were so supportive, always at all my concerts and stuff. And I was in a lot of things. I played like the bass drum and marching band. And I played in like a drum and baton corps. Yeah. I played the glockenspiel. And,
no kidding.
And I played like euphonium in concert band. That was funny because it was like, I don't know what grade I was in, but I just remember they were like, we have no low brass and we have 17 trumpets. And so the band director's like looking at the trumpets. He's like, which one of you is going to low brass? Which one of you? And I'm in the front row and I'm like, my hands are going wild. I'm like, me, pick me. And he just doesn't even see me. Yeah. But I was kind of bored on the flute at that point. I was like, I don't want to play band music on the flute like with everybody. I want to just do solos, Yeah. And so anyway, I'm coming across so conceited right now.
No. Keep going, because anyway, I have a comment to make of something I'm learning about you right now. So go ahead.
So I play the euphonium.
Yeah. And now for the unwashed masses in the audience that don't know what a euphonium is, go ahead and if you can describe it verbally, what is a euphonium?
Some people call it a baritone, but it's the two instruments are like different somehow. I don't actually. Maybe I played a baritone. I don't remember.
That's okay. Euphonium sounds good.
The funny thing was there was this like slow band piece. It was called like Sea Shanty Waltz or I don't know something. And I just remember taking a breath at the beginning of the song and basically just breathing one other time because all of your air goes right into the brass instrument. Yeah. Whereas the flute, most of your air just goes right over it. Yeah. So you need so much air for the flute. Yeah. So what are you learning?
Well, no, two questions. Okay, so here's my comment. And don't take this the wrong way. You are somebody that knows what you want and you get it.
I have been referred to that way.
That's good.
Yeah.
That is a good thing. But you do not come across that way when we first met.
Oh, what I come across as?
Just average. You're above average as far as I'm concerned now.
Came across as average. Wow. That was a gut punch. That was a low blow. You just stabbed me.
Sorry.
You want to yank the knife out or you want to twist it a few times, Mike?
No, I mean...
I'm just kidding.
I know you are. But you are a strong-willed, know what you want woman. And that is admirable.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
So the next part of the story is hilarious.
No, now my second question is going to be, did you go, and once you mastered the flute, did you play the piccolo?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is the craziest thing happened. So like, I just remember that like the piccolo kept getting snatched away from me. Like I finally got a piccolo and I don't know if we were renting it or we bought it or what, but I had it at marching band. Somebody stole it. And then I had a piccolo with me when I went to Albuquerque, New Mexico for the National High School Flute Choir. And I had a red-eye flight. I lost it.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Bad luck with piccolos.
Yeah. But my luck has turned around because as an adult, I met this wonderful lady. She's kind of like a friend of a friend, but we're friends after many years and everything. But she bought me the piccolo that I would have bought myself for Christmas one year. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. Thank you, Sherry, if you're out there.
Wow.
People,
Everybody needs friends like that.
I always get the right friends. People are so good to me.
Yeah. Well, you're a good person. That's why.
Thanks.
Yeah. So, did you get into Berkeley?
I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to tell you something else, too.
Okay.
So, yes, I got into Berkeley. I got grants and scholarships and stuff. And I did, like, the early admission thing, like, where you, like, go up and audition, like, early. Like not, I don't know. I guess I don't need to explain early, but it's like before the regular deadline.
Yeah.
And so I got in, and my high school boyfriend was like, I didn't think you'd actually get in. But it's a good thing I got in because you know what? Every other college asked me to sight sing, and I couldn't carry a tune in a bucket.
Really?
Like, if you sang 3 notes, I could not replicate that. On the flute, yes, but not vocally. Like, I was, like, totally tone deaf.
Wow. No,
So
that's hard to believe.
It was so bad. But Berkeley fixed that. Like, Berkeley taught me so well.
Okay. So you did get into Berkeley.
I got into Berkeley, so I went up to Boston, and I was going to go for performance, and I figured I'd play in, like, a symphony or something, flute professionally. And the reality was, like, I like people a lot. I like interacting with people. And if I get by myself, I just like for too much. I need like a 50-50 balance. So what happened was after a while of like spending my life in the practice room, I was like, man, like I'm kind of lonely. And like, I feel like I'm not even doing anything for anybody, not even myself. Like I just had this kind of like, what am I doing? Like, it was just, because to be like that level of professional, it's like a lot of practice.
Yeah.
It's,
I
I mean,
can imagine.
a lot of people, I'm going to get to this later when I talk to about my day job, but like a lot of people think that like, if you're a really good musician, you're just talented, but it's like that work, it takes some work, and all people are inherently musical, really.
I agree. Yeah.
So anyway, I'm up at Berkeley and I'm doing the performance thing, and I'm like getting lonely. By chance, out in the community, I met a music therapist, and this guy was like, do you want to come and see my group? And I was like, why not? So he was a music therapist at a assisted living center for people with dementia. And I liked older adults because in high school, I started working when I was 14.
Okay.
In high school, I worked at a independent living center. I was like a waitress and a housekeeper. So I really liked hanging out with seniors. And so I was like, yeah, I'll come check out your like music therapy group for people with dementia. And so I went, and he was working that day in the day program. And I get there, and like, at first I was like, man, what did I get myself into? Like, it's really like a bummer, like seeing people that can't ambulate independently and need help feeding themselves, and like seem really just in their own world, and like really like not, communicating, interacting, blah, blah, blah. But when the music therapy group started, all of a sudden people that can't walk are getting up and dancing, and people that can't talk are singing, and people that seem just so in their own world are interacting and like just coming to life. So I was like, that's magical. And luckily for me, Berkeley has an excellent music therapy program. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Wow.
So they were like, I went back to Berkeley, and I was like, actually, I'd like to switch majors. And they were like, well, first you have to audition, and you have to sing and play guitar.
Again, you have to audition to change majors. Wow.
To sing and play guitar.
Oh, wow. Had you played guitar before that?
No, I actually,
I knew the answer to that, but
I actually like hated guitars.
Oh,
I'm
Alysha.
sorry.
Oh.
I know it's a weird thing. I just always like, I just wasn't into guitars. Bass, yes. Drums, yes.
Yeah.
But guitars, I don't know. Maybe because everybody plays guitar. I don't know. I felt like, but for music therapy, I was like, yes, I will learn the guitar, and I will learn how to sing. I'm sure that audition was like malissima, like super bad.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was like.
Yeah. But I mean, and now I obviously never been to Berkeley, never had to audition for anything really. Do they? Is there rubric musicianship and the passion to do that? You know, the music therapy, or is it all? Is the rubric completely music and the therapeutic, the emotional? I'm stammering for words here. Is that less for the audition? I mean, I don't know if I framed that question very well.
I think it was kind of like a multi-part audition. I mean, so was like getting into Berkeley. Like they had an interview process too. It wasn't just the audition. And there's like, I'm sure there was like an essay portion or something too. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think like my profession, music therapy, you kind of have to be like super passionate about it because we are a small profession. So it can be hard to find a job that pays well enough, especially like if you're like a single parent, like some people are, you know, like I know a lot of music therapists that they're like, I can only be a music therapist because my spouse makes a lot of money doing their other type of job. I think it's like, it's a helping profession. So a lot of times helping professions, you know, it's like culture doesn't super value like helping people or something. Yeah. So, but it's a super like intricate profession because you have to have a lot of different skills. Like you noted, so you have to have excellent musician skills. You can't really phone it in. You have to be able to do a lot musically, guitar, percussion, piano, voice, but you have to be able to replicate a variety of styles. You have to be able to facilitate the therapeutic process using music. Then you have to have the therapeutic component, which also requires like a working knowledge of how the brain works and a basic knowledge of psychology and different types of therapies.
And that's all, and that's all in the Berkeley program.
Yeah, and it's kind of nuts because the bachelor's programs have to cram so much in. You can't really. It ends up being more like a 5-year program. And we've been in the process for a while, like maybe making it a master's level entry profession, like a lot I'm professions.
I'm actually surprised it's not a master's level because, I mean, because you have the music. I mean, and I'm dumbing this down for me. You have the music portion, but then you also have the medical portion, which it is. I mean, therapy is a medical profession. And you're right. You have to know, you know, the stuff about cognition and how the brain works and neurology. And I can't believe you did that in 4+ years.
And then there's also the secret ingredient. And this is why sometimes there's a psychologist that's like, I also play guitar. I'm going to do music therapy. But there is a secret element that is the relational aspect within the music and like the facilitation of where those two worlds meet kind of. And that's where the magic is. It's that interpersonal aspect. Well, now there are some music therapy populations, I guess. I don't really like that word. I don't know what we're using now, but we don't only work with emotional things. We also can work with like recovery from a traumatic brain injury or stroke or Parkinson's, because the body is very naturally musical. People are naturally musical. And, you know, the last time that I checked, there could be updated information. This is the perfectionist in me coming out. I'm like afraid to like say something that's like I haven't verified.
Go ahead.
But the last time I checked, like music has been found in the oldest archaeological digs, like evidence of music, like deer hoof flutes or something like that, or like paintings of drums on a. I'm simplifying this so much.
No, but
the fact is that music has been part of human life for, I don't know, since people began or whatever. And I mean, there's music in nature. There's bird songs and whale songs, and there's all kinds of animals that are musical, you know? And so music has been always like a force of connection for people. And more so, I think, like in not recent years, because now music is kind of like almost like an individualized thing. Like everybody puts their headphones on, and it's almost like isolation, like isolating yourself from the world. Sometimes you put your headphones on and get on the bus. Now you're not interacting with people. Whereas music used to be making music with people. Everybody danced or sang or played percussion item or something, or everybody was like involved in the process.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure there are some cultures that don't even have a different word for music and dance because they're so interrelated.
Right.
And that's why rhythmic entrainment gets the goods when it comes to physical rehabilitation.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, music is such a communal thing. I mean, really, I mean, you can experience music by yourself, but music really, we were taught, Alysha and I shared a stage a couple weeks ago with the members of Lowbrow and Keith, and it was probably the most fun I've had playing music in a while. And it was really just that communal thing with the folks that were on stage.
Yes.
I mean, music is really a communal kind of an experience. And it fits so well into a therapeutic experience as well. So when you say you go in and, you know, people that, you know, are in wheelchairs get up and dance, I can imagine that. I mean, you know, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, music is just, it's such a powerful force for healing and for good, because I think music really touches on and brings out the very core of what makes us human. And I mean, even within one song, there can be present so many different emotions. It's not just like, well, this chord is for sadness and this chord is for happiness. Right. It's like really complex how everything gets put together, and there can be, and that's how we are, right? Like when you have an emotion about something or you have a big experience, it's usually not just one emotion that you're having, right?
Yeah, it runs the gamut, and you're right. I mean, you know, good music. I mean, even bad music is. I mean, it runs the gamut. You know. I don't think there's anything that's bad music, so maybe when I play it, but no. So you did 4. So it is a bachelor's degree coming out of Berkeley. Okay, it still boggles my mind that it's just a bachelor's degree with what the syllabus had to have been.
Oh, dude, I know, right?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, what happened next, I went and I got a master's degree from Colorado State University, which is really neuro rehab focused. But I kind of did it like pretty soon after I finished at Berkeley. And I don't know why I didn't realize that like that's not like that method of music therapy isn't like how I practice. I practice more intuitively. So like I like feel really comfortable working in hospice. I feel really comfortable working in mental health and in wellness. But in more settings where like there's like procedural stuff and a lot of planning, that's like not as much my jam. Yeah. But so I mean that's really the only argument you can make for it to not be master's level entry, and of course that it would economically disadvantage people. Like so like our profession is like it's a lot of white ladies. Okay. You know? Yeah. And so obviously like our profession and our clients would benefit from having music therapists that really reflect, you know, like their identities too. So, you know, you want to have it open to that, but that's, So you said you got your master's at Colorado State in music therapy, or was it like, okay, all right. Yep. But it was more, you said neuro... Like, neurologic music therapy focused.
All right. Yeah. So you got the master's degree, and where'd you go from there?
Well, I worked in psych for a few years, and then right before COVID started, I was like, you know what, I'm going to start my own business. And I started marketing to like hospitals and nursing homes, and then COVID happened. And when COVID happened, my baby was like 6 months old or something. So I was like, obviously, like, I'm not going to go out and work in healthcare if I can like avoid it. Like, when I have a newborn baby, you know, it just seemed like not the time. And plus, like, who wanted to hire a music therapist at that time?
Bigger fish to fry at that point. But I mean, you know, it's medicine. So, I mean, you got
So like, but this area is, it's music therapy is not super well known here. So it's a really great opportunity for, you know, new doors to open for people in this area. I like my company, my mission is that everybody who needs music therapy has access to it here someday. So pre-COVID, COVID, but you
you run your own business, your own music therapy business?
That's pretty much, yeah, that's the option here, kind of. Yeah.
But
I mean, in Bloomsburg, there's nobody hiring like a full-time music therapist here.
oh, but I mean, so you're self-employed music therapist then?
Yes.
Okay, so now I'm even more impressed because I am so I don't have an entrepreneurial background or genetic makeup.
I feel the same as you.
Really?
I am an artist, but I've had so many years of like knowing that I would end up as a business owner that like I took a lot of continuing ed on it and stuff.
Okay.
And, a lot of research on it. So here I am.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like I said, I have a lot of respect for people that my euphemism is you put your name on the side of the truck, I mean, that's, like Sanford and Sons. You put your name on the side of the truck. I have a lot of respect for those people because I couldn't do that. So the respect level for you is now going even farther. Because I didn't realize that you were self-employed.
It's in my blood. My dad is also self-employed.
Is he really?
And I think that both of us.
And you said he was a carpenter.
He's a carpenter. Yeah, he's
okay.
a damn good carpenter.
Yeah.
But I think like for people like me and my dad, I think like we are so independent natured that like it's kind of like a better fit than a lot of other things. But I also love having coworkers. So, that part's been tough. But I'm getting to like have some more settings where I'm there more often. And so hoping to have more of like a coworker atmosphere thing.
We have to hire some people.
Yeah, that at some point. Yeah.
Well, listen, you're gonna play another song live, and this song is called "Quality." So, can you tee that up? Quietly? Quietly. Quality would be a good song, but Quietly is even a better song.
Quietly will be a quality tune.
Yes, it will. Thank you for getting me out of that.
Yeah.
Quietly, tee that up for us.
Okay, let me talk about the songwriting a little bit because so being a music therapist actually really opened me up to having the capacity to be a songwriter because, like I said, I had to learn how to guitar and I had to learn how to sing, and songwriting is one of my favorite interventions as a music therapist because there's so many ways to make it easy for people. And that's what music therapists do. We find a way, like we look at somebody, what's this person need right now in this moment? How can I use music to make it easy for them to have what they need in this moment? Would it be great for this person if they like could like speak better, or would it be great for this person if they like felt less pain? How can I make that easy for them right now? So anyway, for all these years, I've been helping people to write their songs. And I was just like, I didn't take the time to have music for me because I was so focused on music for other people, learning music that other people wanted. I got to the point where I didn't even know what music I liked.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But the past 2 years, I've gone through a lot of transitions. Like there's a scale somewhere, like this list of like the most stressful events of human life. Yeah. And I did like 10 of those events in the past 2 years. Like, I'm not even getting into it. Yeah. But like a lot of things have changed. And whenever I tell people like, oh, this happened or that happened, they're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, I'm not. It's part of life. And it's like helped me to grow as a person. Right. So anyway, so some of the hard things in my life led me to write. Exfoliation was the first song that I wrote that I liked so much I decided to keep it.
Really?
Yep.
When did you start? So that's when you started writing?
No, I wrote some songs before, but then I would 2 weeks would pass and I'd be like, that song stinks, know. But so it was part of and this all therapists should go through this journey of self-discovery and self-care because it makes you a better therapist. Yeah. When you can sit with your own suffering, you can sit with other people's suffering.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And everything you do for yourself, you can then do better for other people.
Well, there's the old saw that, you put your own oxygen mask on first. You got to help yourself before you can help other people. And, So Exfoliation was like your first keeper song. Wow.
Yep.
Dang.
Yeah. And it was, I loved that song so much. I spent money and I recorded it,
I'm glad you did.
And, it's funny because I'm always writing music a little ahead of my skill level. So like when I went to the studio I love Paul Smith at 8 Days a Week.
Yeah.
I loved working with him. And I want to work with him again. He's got a bunch of my friends in the studio. I see everybody on Facebook and I'm like, have all this FOMO. Like, that could be me. But what he was like, okay, listen, like, this is not an easy song to sing, and he didn't say you're not a real vocalist, but he gently suggested that I might like sit with this a little bit.
Yeah.
And so I got some voice lessons, which then, helped, because in music therapy, I'm so in the moment with the clients. Like, I wasn't like doing a lot of recording my own singing. But when I went and recorded my vocals at his studio, I was like, oh, that's what I sound like. Yeah. So I got some voice lessons and highly recommend, things like that. There's professionals that have like devoted their life to these things. So of course their wisdom is like, it's gold.
I've heard nothing but good things about Paul. So, I mean, he does a quality job over there.
Oh yeah.
But he's also, he does good work. He's a good guy, whatever, but he will also give you the unvarnished truth. I mean, he'll give you good constructive feedback.
Yes.
Which is a good thing for a musician.
Because that's what I want. It wasn't a fun project for me because I have a goal with my music. I want there to be the suffering and the struggle present in the music, but I also want the hope to be present. Like I said about the duality, like the presence of multiple things being possible in music and it encompassing like what makes us human. Yeah. So that's what I hate to ask anything of my art. Right? Because art is just, it should be for playfulness and joy. Here I'm shooting on myself. Look at that. Cancel. But that really, like, I think in my head, I would like, somebody one day to listen to this song and to hear, okay, like she's walked this path and she has hope and joy amidst this struggle. Maybe I can have that too. Yeah. And I think I didn't love all of Linkin Park's catalog, but Chester Bennington, like I remember, listening to some of his lyrics and his music and thinking, wow, he's obviously been through some stuff and look at him now. Now he's doing awesome. Yeah. That was before, what ended up happening to him.
You'll have to elaborate because that's not in my wheelhouse. What?
Trigger warning, but There said that he killed himself. Oh, yeah. There's a bunch of conspiracy theories about other things, but I don't know. But anyways, so that was kind of a blow because I was like, man, I really thought that he like overcame his struggles there. But when you see somebody that goes through something really hard, and you think, well, if they did it, so can I. Yeah. So I kind of like I'd like some of my music to be like that, and I would like to work on an album where one half is the struggle, and then the other half is the other side.
I like that.
Yeah. The other side. But I mean, I'd have too much music for like a vinyl, so it'd have to be like a 2-disc set. Well, on Spotify. Yeah.
Or, you'd have paying for a 2 or 3 vinyl album now would probably be cost prohibitive, but with Spotify, geez,
Yeah.
So Quietly though, is that a newer song? Is that from the back catalog? Where's that from?
I'm ashamed to say this, but I think I wrote it in like January or something, and I wanted to get in the studio then, but I've had just one thing happening after another thing that had to get prioritized.
No. Really?
So, yeah.
I can't imagine that because the joke that the audience won't be in. How long did it take us to schedule this?
Oh, geez. Since January.
Since January.
Yeah. And it kept getting pushed off. And part of that was my perfectionism because I had this, I do this to myself. Like I have this lofty idea and I did this to Paul at the studio. Yeah. And that this poor guy, he's like, that's not what this music's going to sound like. Like, this is like your first studio sessions. Yeah. Like, it's not going to be perfect. And I'm like, what? And I always joke with myself, like, I'll be like, well, didn't wake up perfect today. Maybe tomorrow. Yeah. Maybe tomorrow is the day I wake up perfect. But then that would be when I'm done. I'm not done living yet. So I'm like ready to have like this full, lush experience of life. But anyway, so Quietly, my process for songwriting with Quietly and with the next one, How Could You, was just to, I think with Quietly, I was like, what is this emotion that I'm feeling? Let me play it. I don't even know what this is. I don't even know what it's about. Sometimes I walk around and I'm like grumpy or sad or mad about something, and my brain moves so fast, I don't even know what I'm like. I have to sit down. I'll be like, what am I sad? Why am I bummed? Like, what am I bummed about? I'm like going through the whole day and I'm like, can't really remember why I'm bummed, but there must be some reason. So quietly, yeah, that was one of those tunes that I sat down and I'm like, let me just play what this emotion is. And eventually maybe I'll arrive at what inspired this song, So there's a lot of ways to write songs. And there's there's one song I love, and I wrote the melody first. It's super catchy. It's like do 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 do. And so like some of my friends will be like, "Oh, I have that song stuck in my head," and I'm like, "Yes, that is my goal as a Berklee trained musician. That is my goal."
Good.
But although sometimes I wish I could go back to Berklee because I'm like, but I didn't go as a performer, and I wasn't ready for the jazz.
Yeah.
But the cool thing, music therapy is kind of jazz.
Okay.
Because like it's all about in the moment, in the play, and like releasing that judgment, like not having that judgment side of the brain like operating, Yeah. It just gets in our way, right? So music therapy is so jazz like that.
Okay.
But did I?
Nope. You're fine. But I want to hear quietly.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. No, come on. So we're gonna listen to Alysha and Michelle play quietly, and then we're gonna come back and maybe delve a little bit more into songwriting and some music therapy and kind of where that's going through. But this is quietly performed by Alysha Suley on the Rec Room Radio Hour podcast. Quietly. And it was quality. It was quality. It was a quality song. Quietly by Alysha Suley. So accompanying you on the drums is whom?
Michelle. And I found Michelle. I went up to an open mic. Listen, this is crazy. So like I said, I do a lot of personal development work over the past 2 years. Like at first it was just a survival thing. But like I said, like it's a self-actualization too. And actualization as a therapist. Like sometimes I'm like, wow, like when I'm like 60, I'm going to be like such a better therapist. Therapists age like wine. Like, but anyway, so at least I have that because, you know, like as a female vocalist, like I know that I don't get to keep like how my voice is right now. Yeah. At some point it's going to like be different.
Well, wait a minute. Now guys, our voices don't get any better.
I don't know. I don't know about it. I don't know. It's not obvious. I don't know. But anyway, so so I had this session with my friend who's a music therapist, and she's also like she's trained in transpersonal psychology, and she does some like work with the subconscious mind and some like imagery and some guided healing, and she's also does like some like spiritual work. She's oh my God, she's never said anything in it. And it's been off ever. She's just always spot on, and she's so good. But so her name's Ellen Weir. But anyway, so I had this session with Ellen in December, and like a day or two later, I had this wonderful day, and you were part of it because it was the first day that you played my songs on your radio show.
Oh,
yes.
Wow.
And thank you for your radio show.
Oh, you're very
I love Rec Room Radio Hour. It's so good for like us musicians. I love the podcast. I don't know if I got to say that earlier, but I was listening to my friends that you interviewed, and I was just like, wow, this is awesome. And it's just great to hear them on the show.
Yeah.
You know? So anyway, so that was the first day that my song was played on your show. And I had like some other like career milestones. And anyway, I like, that night, I was working up in Wilkes-Barre. I work for a hospice up there, and it happened to be Tuesday night. And I'd always wanted to check out the V-Spot open mic up in Scranton, but it's all the way up there.
Yeah.
But I saw it online because they live stream it. It is like next level open mic.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I didn't know they live stream.
Yes.
Wow.
The NEPA scene open mic is what it is called, I think.
Okay.
But the NEPA scene, they're like really these folks that just promote local musicians, and just, they're amazing.
Wow.
But they have this next level open mic. And I mean, people bring like, there's a wide variety in a lot of ways, but some people, they like bring like really intricate sets, and it's like a really wide variety of music, like stuff that you don't just hear anywhere else, you know? And, but I went up there because I was like, well, I'm already halfway there. It is a Tuesday night. So I went up there and I met Michelle. She was playing guitar at the open mic, but we were chatting, and she's like, well, I'm a drummer. She drums for like 10 bands or something, or maybe it's 12. I don't know. But
you lose count after 10. I mean, you know. So, yeah.
But I had a show scheduled for that weekend, and I had been trying to find a drummer. And everybody was like, no, like drummers are so in demand. And I'm like, but she was like, I'll play with you at the show. So her and Keith Bossert, she and Keith Bossert, they played with me at the Curry Donuts, and it was cool. I mean, we just had one like 3-hour practice, and that was it. So like, it wasn't, you know, super put together. And I did write the next song, How Could You? Yeah. I wrote that song like 3 days before that show or something, or like the week.
And did you
before
perform it?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
It was a hot mess, but I have deleted all of the evidence of it. Just kidding. That's another fun thing about like the music therapy and being in the moment. Like I just leave it there.
Sure.
Most of the time. Sometimes I'll do a project for clients where I like can record their songs that they wrote and stuff. But for the most part, like what happens in the moment stays in the moment. But it carries people forward too. Yeah. You know, and like the music is so transcendental. Like music is so like a lot of times people think it's like a diversion. It's just a fun thing to distract you. But music can carry you through.
Right.
music can take you to the next level.
Right.
And so that's what I've been using my music. I've been music therapeuticizing myself, that's not a thing. I just want disclaimer, just in case any board certified music therapists are listening to this, because there are a few in Williamsport.
Okay.
Very quality, excellent, highly recommend. But yeah, in case any music therapists are listening, but I've been using music, my songwriting process, to explore my feelings, to process things, and to practice non-judgment. And I also joke about like, please just let my perfectionism stay in my music. I will be not a perfectionist in anything else. I can deal with my house being messy. I can deal with that I'm not a perfect mom, but not the music. One day the music will be perfect. It will be perfect. But like, it's a new space to develop like my identity too.
Yeah.
Like, I went through a long phase, where I really grieved that I would not ever again reach the level on the flute that I was at, like playing orchestral music. I was like, man, like, that's it. Like, I haven't practiced for 8 hours a day every single day for the past 10 years.
Yeah.
And like, you know, like, I'm not going to get those chops back. However, the other night, I sat in with some friends of mine that play some jazz, and halfway through, I was so tired, like I couldn't even like think. I was just like playing whatever came out and leaving it in the moment.
Yeah.
Which you can do in jazz. But anyway, had I been not so tired, I would have been like analyzing myself and like my playing. I just didn't have the brain space.
Yeah.
So halfway through, the bass player who I just met that day, he said, "Where'd you learn to improvise?" And I was like, well, I didn't really. I wasn't paying attention in that class at Berkeley. Like, that's not what I said, but like, I gave this really long explanation, and like 3 hours later, I realized that like,
not you.
He was saying that I did improvise, and I was like, wait a minute, was he saying? And I the words that came out of my mouth, I actually said, because like my first Spanish clients, my first Spanish speaking clients, I remember that like one of their relatives came home and they were like, "Ella habla español," and I was like, "Oh, ella habla español," like I speak Spanish.
Yeah.
But that had another moment. I was like, but he's a real jazz guy. Am I a real jazz guy too? Like, I don't feel like a real jazz guy, but could I be?
Yeah.
And so like that moment helped me to like be like, I can redefine my like identity as like a flute player even, you know, because sometimes I think like I like get so judgy about my music. It doesn't serve you, by the way.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't serve anybody to get all judgy.
Right.
You know, because fear and like all the self-doubt, it's not a motivator. People think it is. You think it's going to motivate you. No, it doesn't. Joy is what motivates people, and happiness, joy is whatever. You know, joy, love, those big things. But anyway, yes, I'm like redefining my identity and be like, what's the next thing I can explore, you know?
So when, so you met Michelle at the open mic at in Scranton, and she's accompanying you on she's accompanying you when I think the first time I saw you perform solo was out at Rock God in Danville, and she
January.
was in January, and she's been your accompanist since you met.
I don't ever want to go without her again, honestly. 'Cause here's the thing, Mike. I got to say this. So I bought this fancy looper last summer, and I was like, I'm going to have this one man band show. Yeah. But like, here's the thing. When you play a solo set, and like you're worried about the looper and like playing the guitar to accompany your voice and like trying to remember what words did I even write. Like, I don't know what the words to my songs, like some of them I do. I'm learning. I'm still learning. But like at first I was like, I'm this awesome one-man band thing. And it's kind of fun because people are like, oh, now she's playing the guitar. Now she's playing the piano. A flute? Where did that flute come from? Right. You know?
Yeah. Well, that's what, I mean, that's the way it was in Danville. But go ahead. Yeah.
Well, no, because when you're alone, it's like so pressury because it's like you're it. But like when I played with you and Steve, there was like some songs where I was like, I'm not even going to play anything. I'm just going to sing and flute. I felt like such a diva, and it wasn't even my show, and I wasn't even like the main thing, but I didn't want to be the main thing.
Yeah.
It was nice to just enjoy the music.
Yep.
And then I was like, because, like I said, I was classically trained. Then I went to Berkeley. Like half the people I went to school with are famous right now, like super like achieving and stuff, And I'm not saying that I'm not, because I have magic moments every day with my clients. But
That's right.
But it's hard to let go of the perfectionism when, you've been trained.
Yeah.
And I know what perfect music sounds like.
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
But I mean, so here's my thing, because my philosophy in music is twofold. Number one, if it's good, you don't want it to end, but if it's bad, it's over in 3 minutes. The other thing is perfect is the enemy of good. And you listen to stuff like Coltrane, you listen to the old blues guys, you listen to the Beatles. It's not perfect. The stuff that they recorded, even, some of their songs, it's like, really? That's your line? That's the line you... But it works. I mean, so...
Sometimes it's the imperfections that give it the character.
Yeah.
And like, so, I mean, I guess when you put it that way, but...
I just, and my thing is, some of the live jazz stuff with like Miles Davis and Coltrane, and it's like, that was the one they recorded. Can you imagine some of the stuff that never made it to tape, how good that was, But then you have the opposite of like Steely Dan, where they do 72 takes of a guitar solo. It's like, no, yeah.
But anyway, I digressed.
Yeah, we do.
I digressed. That's what I do. That's why I was afraid to come on the podcast.
Well, we go down rabbit holes, so it's cool. It's no big deal. And if it goes long, we'll just make it a two-parter. Yeah, it's easy. Yeah.
So anyway, that's totally me. I'm that rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. I'm late
that's
for a very
okay.
important date. I'm always late. Always. My favorite friends are the people that I know are going to be later than me. Like I'm like, oh yeah, she's going to that party too. Like she's definitely gonna be later than me. We're good. But anyway, my point was,
yes,
it's so fun playing with Michelle that like when I just play my songs, especially these songs that are like happened around the time that we met, I don't even want to play them by myself. I'm like, this isn't fun. So for a while, I think I mentioned this to you. I went through the stage where I was like, I don't even like my songs anymore. Yeah. And I never got to take them to the studio, and now I don't want to play them. And then she came over and we played, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's what I did not like my music. I missed playing with her, because then you get that interactive element, and then it's fun. It's relational, it's connection.
There's a lot of things you can do by yourself, but it's more fun when there's somebody else to play off of.
And that's the thing. When I talk about music therapy, there's all these different elements of connection. So there's the connection, like connecting with yourself, being with yourself, honoring your feelings and honoring who you are in this moment, self-acceptance. And then there's connecting with others. All these happen in music therapy, by the way. And then there's connection with the divine. So there's a spiritual element too, which is a newer thing for me over the past couple of years with all the things that I like have been going on in my life. But anyway, there's like all of these elements of connection that you can have in music. It's so beautiful. And music it's not extra. It's not icing on the cake. Music is the very fiber of what it is to live as a human. And I want to quote a professor from Colorado State University, a music therapist named Michael Tout. He always says, the brain that engages in music is changed by music. So, because music is processed all throughout. Like if you're reading music, it's a different area than if you are listening. It's a different area than if you're playing. And it's even in the brainstem. It's like, it's all over. It's all over in the brain. And that's why we end up as music therapists. It's hard to explain what we do, because we do a lot of different things.
Yeah, I can imagine. So you talked about, not liking some of the songs that you've written and, going through that phase. When you write, how do you approach it? I mean, do you come up, do you have like the song, like, boom, it's there? Or is it like a craft where you're putting the pieces together? How do you approach that?
Well, it depends. Exfoliation was there.
Okay, like, so that one boom. Just like.
Yes.
Wow.
I wasn't going to say that I just pooped it out, but basically.
Well, no, there are some that you just, I don't know if I'd use that phrase, but there are some that just come.
It was like my baby. When it was ready to be born, it was born and it was a whole baby. Like.
So that song came from beginning to end. Boom. You wrote it like that.
Whole thing. Yeah. Just sat down, bam, bam, bam.
Wow.
At Blow, actually, there was this one night that I was just feeling something and I just stayed up all night. I finished recording it at like 5:30 or 6 in the morning, and I like sent it out to a bunch of friends. And then I was like waiting for everyone to wake up and listen to it because I was like, did I just write a banger in the middle of the night, or is my judgment like impaired because I'm so sleepy? Because it was experimental, and that was like that's what I'm saying. Like, if I didn't come to a place where I could like really accept myself and like who I am and what I'm feeling, blah 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 blah, like I would have judged that song so hard because what's it supposed to be? It doesn't follow the format, blah blah blah. But so now I have a lot of approaches, and like if there's a song that's just not coming out, then I'm like, well, that song wasn't meant to come out.
Okay.
And there's some songs that are ready to come out because I can hear them in my head, but I'm not quite there with the like maybe like the chops I need to like play them, or maybe I'm not there with like some of the like there's this one song I'm working on. I'm really excited about it. It has so much imagery, but like it's percolating in my subconscious mind, and I'm like so excited about it. But as a music therapist and songwriting coach, as I like to someday help people therapeutically write songs. There's a lot of ways to write songs. You can start with the harmony. You can start with the melody. You can start with a rhythm. That sounds
so really
basic
for you. It's like it can be any conduit of inspiration that blossoms a song.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You had mentioned that the next song that you're going to do, "How Could You," is pretty recent. That you wrote it like.
No, that was a late that was maybe a December song.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, early December. It was right before that Curry Donuts performance, and right before I met Michelle.
Okay.
Yeah, or right around that week. I don't know.
Okay. So, how could you? I mean, is that one that that just came out, or is it one that you had to?
Well, I remember it like appearing into existence pretty quickly. Okay. So I think it kind of just popped out.
Okay.
But I've like that one, I've like adjusted some lines. I added some lines in Spanish at the end.
Yeah.
I don't know if they sit well or not, but
yeah. Well, let's listen to it. Alysha Suley and Michelle are going to perform live. How Could You? Here on the Rec Room Radio Hour podcast.
2, 3, 4.
Shop to buy a new car. Really thought you and me were going somewhere far away from here, but you were just a sweet indulgence that left me feeling bloated and
could you? How could you write such a good song?
Aw, shucks.
Oh, shucks.
Well, I guess I have an ex-boyfriend to thank for that.
The best songs from, heartbreak and all that. So music therapy, because you alluded to the fact that you're what do you refer? Do you refer to them clients? Do you refer to them as patients? What do you refer to them as?
Depends on the setting.
Okay.
So if they're hospice, we usually say patients because that's what everybody else is.
Sure.
If they're inpatient, they're patients.
Okay.
If you're inpatient psych or inpatient hospital, like general hospital. If they're out in their home, they're a client.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're a patient/client. You kind of alluded to the fact that you get them to write songs.
No, I don't get them to
No.
write.
Well, that's
sometimes there
the
may be a
layperson in
little
me.
leg pulling.
Yeah.
Well, people here write a song and they're like, that sounds really hard. I'm not a musician. I don't do that. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I got some tricks up my sleeve. And one of the easiest ways, thank you, Berkeley, I learned this there, is blues. Blues has such an easy structure. And it's not that it's easy, it's that it's relatable.
Right. It's I interviewed the Cadillac Cats with our mutual friend Yuri Klein, and I said, the blues is very deceiving because everything. Oh, it's easy, and it is kind of an entry level thing, but there are some complex blues. But it's a good place to start.
It's the universality of it. It's just it can really get people moving, and it really hits people at the soul level when done right.
Right.
You gotta do it right.
Well, and whether it's blues, country, whatever, just three chords in the truth.
And by the way, I love the Cadillac Cats.
Yeah, I do too. Oh my gosh, what a tight band.
I know.
Yeah, they're like one of the tightest bands. And I think a lot of it has to do with Yuri, who is one of the best drummers in the area, and their bass player. I mean, they just
Oh my gosh, I know. What's up with that guy? I was like, seriously? Who even is this guy?
Garrett Gaetano, man. He's
so good. I know his name now, but because when I saw them in Williamsport, and it was after you had one of your songwriter circle. What do you call them?
Songwriter showcase.
The one that I'm gonna do.
So we're gonna plug that here in a minute. Yeah. Songwriter showcase. Yeah.
I have cycled through a lot of words today. It's been a very busy day, so we're almost out of words for the day.
No, we're
that
never
was
out
one
of
of the words that fell out of the bag on the way into this podcast interview. But I saw them at the bar on Main, or what was that?
Bar on Market.
Bar. Well, I danced my booty off at that show. I loved them, and that bass player, I was like, wow. But Yuri, I have to thank him because he plays with the best local musicians. He just has this talent for and I guess because he's really good, but but he also introduced me to Taylor Fleming, who you've had on the show.
Bingo, and you turned us on to them. You've turned us on to two different bands or musicians.
Hoping it'll be three soon.
Well, I hope so too.
We'll see.
But Taylor Fleming is like, dang man, more jazz. We need more of that.
Well, I saw him. Thank you to Michelle. I did not know that Yuri was broadcasting his show live, Yuri Klein Band, on YouTube. And Michelle was like, oh, I'm just watching their band live on YouTube. And I'm like, what? And I get so offended when my friends don't tell me things like this. I was like, Yuri, you did not tell me that your state college show was live on YouTube. Yeah. How could you?
Well, I didn't know it was.
How could you? Maybe that How Could You song was for Yuri.
It was for Yuri.
It was for one of my musician friends that didn't invite me to their gig that was right down the street from my house. Yeah.
Because he plays at Malbec. How do you pronounce it? Is that correct? He plays there a lot.
But anyway, I saw Taylor playing there, and I was like, wow, who even is that guy? Yeah. Like, how dare I'm like, wow, how dare you? Just be so amazing with your musical self. We
just debuted him a couple weeks ago, and I love his stuff. So you got to get more from him.
Like I said, you're doing a great thing for the community, for everybody, because people out there want to hear good music.
Yeah. And we have, this should be like the segment, like a separate segment of the podcast. We are blessed in this area to have a plethora of good musicians, good songwriters, musicians, bands. I mean, we just rattled through in the course of 5 minutes, Cadillac Cats, Yuri Klein, Taylor Fleming, Garrett Gaetano. I mean, it's crazy how good this area is.
And oh gosh, I hope I'm not getting his name wrong. I forget names so bad. Sean Strickland, the
Oh yeah,
oh
for
my God.
the
Yes.
harp player for the Dirty Mojo Blues Band and Cadillac Cat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And his voice is so good.
I know.
So like, yeah.
Yeah. So, where? So, I'll have to edit that little pause out because what are you doing next? What are you working on now?
Listen,
What's going on in your life right now, music wise?
Mike, I have a bucket of songs to put in the studio.
Good.
A whole bucket of them, and I've just trying to organize who do I need for which song and blah blah blah. But I'd also like to raise some money to do this right because I want to have musicians that actually play the instruments, not just me like fudging fudging it because
Right.
I don't really, like I said, I don't really consider myself like a real piano player yet. Maybe someday, but I would love to have Taylor play on some songs. I'd love to have maybe Hoy play on some tracks. I love his bassing. I love his bassing.
Yeah.
When he said his influences, I was like, well, that's why I love his bassing. But anyway, on the podcast.
Yeah.
But I'd like to have some local musicians play on some tracks. So I'd like to raise some money. So I have a Patreon account, and I'm gonna start rolling. I'm gonna start rolling out some material on there. Behind the scenes stuff.
Okay.
Stuff that I don't want just the whole world to. People can ask like more detailed questions about the songs, because I was like, when I agreed to this podcast, I was like, what if he asks me what this song's about? I'm gonna be like, I don't know. But it's a thing.
Because he's going to. Yeah. I just say tee it up. Tell me what you want to tell us.
I like that. That's an open-ended. That's a very therapeutic way to ask the question.
There you go,
Mike. Look at you.
I know.
That's your.
You would think I was in medicine for 32 years.
I love it. So anyway, I was just gonna say that like.
So Patreon. Yeah.
Oh wow! I was gonna say something else.
I don't know, but
let's.
Yeah. So how does one access? Do you have a Patreon set up now?
My Patreon's on there. Yep.
Okay. How does one access one's Patreon?
It's my name, but we can link it in the show.
We will.
Thing. Yeah. I just use my name for everything because you know why? Nobody else seems to have my name.
Well.
Like. Other people, like, if I'm like, how do I find you on Facebook? And they're like, John Smith. And I'm like, whew,
Yeah.
But my name, it doesn't appear anybody has it.
Cool.
Not that I should let everybody know that, but
yeah.
like.
Do you have the domain AlyshaSuley.com? Do you have that registered?
Edit that part out, because I do not.
Oh. Yeah.
No. I know. That's another thing. I've been working on a website for a while. But the thing is that I have a day job that's music.
Yeah, right.
And like I have all these really I have so many projects that are like what do you say, like bucket list items?
Mm-hmm.
Like things that I was like, someday in my career, I hope to accomplish. And now I'm like, oh my God, today is the day that I do all of my bucket list things. Like, what even is this? So anyway, yeah, so it's been tricky to like get the stuff around for the album, but it would be really helpful to raise some money, to pay some musicians what they deserve.
Right.
Because, you're not just paying for the hour that they play, you're paying for the 10 bazillion hours that they practice.
Right.
Too. You know what I mean? Like musicians do provide something valuable. And I guess that's like my take home message for the crowd that's listening is that music isn't icing on the cake. It's not an extra.
Right.
Music is this essential ingredient to human life. And to your question that you didn't ask directly about what the songs are about, I was going to say in music therapy, people always have these like wildly different sorry, somebody ran by. I was like, squirrel. People always have wildly different interpretations of song lyrics and song meanings. And like, so I just want it to mean whatever people think it means.
Yeah. Jeff Mehmet and I were talking about that. You have a song that means something to you, because you wrote it, comes from somewhere internal. And, but once it's out there,
and the beautiful thing about me, I'm just going to my self-love bucket.
Cool,
I'm going to fill it up right now. The beautiful thing about me is I'm so forgetful. I might not even know I might not even remember what that song was about.
Fine.
I think I've told Michelle like 4 different things that Quietly was about. I don't even know.
And all of them are right.
Who even knows?
That's right.
Who's keeping score? Wink,
Nobody.
wink.
Right.
Music pun.
Yeah. It might fall flat.
Ouch.
Yeah. So, is there anything that we haven't talked about that you wanted to talk about?
Well, there is, but I'm not going to think about it till like midnight.
Well, then we'll have to revisit.
Jolt awake.
Yeah. God, I wish I would have said that. Well, we are going. So, a couple things, couple housekeeping things. Yours is the final episode for this season of the podcast. Yes, you will be wrapping up this first season of the Rec Room Radio Hour podcast. So you can put that on your music resume. Second, we're going to have a season 2. So if you come up with something, or if this whole new album that you're recording is, out by, the fall or winter, we'll have you back on and we can talk about that.
What if? Hypothetically.
Yeah.
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically. There you go.
I was trying to make it sound so silly. I forgot how the original word. What if, hypothetically speaking, if Michelle and I started a bossa nova project? Could I then be featured again on the podcast?
You know what? It's my podcast. It's your podcast. We can do whatever the heck we want.
Because like I said, she plays guitar and she's a real guitarist.
Yeah.
I'm not a real guitarist. Like I said, I use guitar for my purposes.
Don't sell yourself short, but go ahead.
But like when you see like somebody that really, they put all the, their soul into the, and then I feel like, well, that makes me feel like I'm not a real guitarist,
So if somebody, the other reason that we're doing this podcast with you is it not only because you're just a fascinating and interesting person, but also you are going to be part of the Songwriter Showcase up at the Backhouse Cafe on the 16th of June. Yes. And that's going to be you. It's going to be Jeff Mehmet and Jason Yoder.
I've heard people are coming all the way from Pittsburgh for that.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It might be my dad, might not be. I don't know.
It doesn't matter. We and you, the three of you will be the first non-Williamsport centered or based musicians that we've done. Because that's part of why. I say, why do you do what you do? Because I want there to be cross pollination between all of us. That's the beauty of this area.
Williamsport's a cool town. I could center myself around there.
But Bloomsburg's cool. I'll tell you the place that seems to me is like, dang, there's a lot of places to play, and dang, there's a lot of Sunbury.
I know. I was gonna say that, like in the last segment.
What about
I was
that?
like, "What's up with Sunbury?" Like, there's just music. There's like a place and then a place across the street. And they both have live music booked.
Well, you and I met at the Eclipse Songwriter.
We did.
You lugging in your keyboard.
So
yeah, and
sorry.
And but if you within eye shot of the Eclipse, there's Hidden Stories, there's McGuigan's, there's Midtown, there's the Duck Inn, there is Iron Vines, there is Spyglass, there is Whispering Oaks in Sunbury.
I know, and they're all quality.
Yeah,
they're all quality establishments, quality musicians.
Yeah,
Keith and Rebecca are there.
Oh my gosh,
they're like fabulous. Not to mention, when you got the Kenny Jenkins.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, he's doing his thing. And you have so many people. I'm definitely forgetting.
Yeah, we are, and it's okay. So really quick before we wrap this up, what's your favorite kind of venue to play? What do you like playing? Where do you like playing?
All of them.
Okay.
You know what? Sometimes it's nice. I like to play like Siam or like Orlando's. I like to play those.
Tell me about Orlando's, because I didn't know. And Ken and I stumbled across Ken Baxter because he played at Orlando's after you did. So what is it about Orlando's?
Well, they do like a songwriter showcase.
Do they really?
When I played there, it wasn't like that because it was Valentine's Day.
Oh, that's right. You were playing on our Valentine's Day show. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I know. And I was like, oh, does that mean it's not taco night tonight? Because usually they have Taco Tuesday. And I was like, whatever. But I like the kind of restaurant-y thing. But I loved playing at Rock God Brewing too. Because I find that the best people hire me. Like the best people. I always get the best clients too.
Yeah.
It's like really magical how I just get client after client. I'm like, wow, you're so amazing. And then I like the venues that I play at, I'm like, wow, like this place is so awesome. Like these people are legit. Like they're so like just good-hearted people.
Yeah.
It's a nice place. The atmosphere is like excellent, you know, like, yeah.
And that's what Ken said. He said it's like a listening room. I didn't realize that.
It wasn't like that when I played, which was
Well,
great.
you were Valentine's Day.
It was Valentine's Day, and I had lost my voice. I lost my voice for like all of February, which is when I realized that like at that time, 100%, I almost said 1,000%, 100% of my income was like contingent upon my voice like being at a functional level.
Oh my gosh.
But the blessing in that experience was I met with my voice teacher, and she showed me how to sing to like minimize the damage, like the proper technique. And it taught me that if I just, while I was sick and had the, not able to sing thing, if I just used my voice healthily and I didn't abuse it, then I could use my voice. I could even have most of my range.
Wow.
And so it's kind of like a message for everybody there, because it's not just like your voice and singing, but like it's your soul, it's your body. You take care of yourself, take care like you do your car. You know, you want your car to have lots of miles, you change the oil regularly. You know, you vacuum it out, clean it up, but do the basic maintenance, you know? And people don't do that for themselves, and that's a bummer.
Take care of yourself.
Yes.
That's the key. If you take nothing else from this podcast, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and neighbors, take care of yourself. Alysha, it has been more than a pleasure to sit down and chat with you and get to know you a little bit more.
Thank you. You're an awesome person, so I always have fun when we're hanging out. Like you just bring nothing but joy and good stuff to me.
Oh my
Thank
gosh!
you.
Well, the pleasure is mine. We're going to play out. You and Michelle Pagan are going to play out with "Safe Place to Land." Is there, what's the song about?
I think when my therapist out there hears it, she'll know. No, she's fabulous though. And that's another thing. I want to destigmatize therapy.
Oh yeah.
Because it's healthy. But like she has all these notes, and she's like, well, last time we talked about this was 6 months ago. And I'm like, wow, like that's great. Because I have like no concept of time. Yeah. It's like me and my 3-year-old. Like he's like, yesterday we went to the library. And I'm like, we went to the library like a month ago. But like that is like my concept of time.
Live like a kid.
And like my dad too. I'm gonna pick on him for a second. He'll be like, yeah, I'm coming out this weekend. 2 months later. Like
Well, I am glad that we finally nailed down the time to sit down and chat. It has been, as I said, it has been my pleasure to not only sit down and chat with you, but to get to know you over the last few months. And I hope many more months and many more years of friendship, but also many more months and many more years of music. Because your stuff is really good.
Thank you.
All right. So we're going to play out with Alysha Suley and Michelle Pagan on Safe Place to Land here on the Rec Room Radio Hour podcast.
up the door. You bring the kindling, 'cause baby, I've got the spark. Will you hold my hand when I'm going under? Do you got my back when it's time to bring the thunder? Oh, bring me shelter to put these pieces back together, 'cause I just keep on falling and picking myself back up again. The next time that I fall, I hope I find a safe place to land. Safe place to land. A safe place to land. Safe place to land.
Yes. Nice. With Michelle Pagan on drums. That was the incredible Alysha Suley with A Safe Place to Land performed live. And it sure was a safe place to land our season finale episode of the Rec Room Radio Hour podcast. Thanks to Alysha Suley for sitting down and enchanting us with her life story and the healing power of music and her songs performed live. Check out her Patreon account, page, and her social media for upcoming shows and support live music, original music here in the Central Susquehanna Valleys. And listen each week to the Rec Room Radio Hour on WXPIRadio.org. And while you're there, consider making a small financial contribution to keep our radio station thriving and vibrant here in the Central Susquehanna Valleys. Thanks to the Clark McLean Band for our theme. And until next time, please stay tuned. Don't fret and play nice. We'll see you for season 2 coming up in the fall. Until then, bye-bye.